The song that called. No one else could hear it. It began one night while he was lying awake, staring at the ceiling, that faint hum just beneath silence. Not quite a melody, not quite noise. A single thread of sound weaving through the dark, as if the world itself had forgotten to mute something. At first he thought it was the refrigerator, or the wiring, or his imagination trying to fill the emptiness that followed him home each night. But the longer he listened, the clearer it became. The hum began to form rhythm, tone, shape. A slow, deliberate pulse that felt like less music and more like memory. He told himself it wasn't real, that if he ignored it long enough, it would fade away like a dream. But it didn't. Every night it returned, more distinct, sometimes soft, almost kind, other times sharp, invasive, as if it were pressing against the inside of his skull. He began to recognize fragments, not of songs he knew, but of emotions he buried. Regret carried on a low note, loneliness in a trembling vibrato. There was even laughter once, distorted and distant, echoing between the beats like a ghost of something warm. He started humming it back, quietly, out of curiosity, then habit, then compulsion. It became a ritual, a way to anchor himself, to confirm he still existed. The notes didn't leave his mind anymore, not even daylight. Sometimes, he'd catch himself mouthing them while working, feeling the rhythm sync with his pulse. He couldn't remember when he'd last gone a full minute without hearing it. Eventually, he tried recording it. He set his phone on the nightstand, pressed record, and waited in the dark. But when he listened the next morning, there was nothing, just static, and his own breathing. The silence of it frightened him, not because the song was gone, but because it proved it was only his. The sound changed after that. He began to whisper between notes, subtle shifts in pitch that felt like words, half-formed, trying to reach him. When he concentrated, he swore he could almost make out meaning, not language exactly, but intent, a call, an invitation. He stopped leaving the house as much. He turned off his phone, unplugged his computer. The outside world only made the song fainter, and he couldn't bear losing it now. There was comfort in it, a terrible, intimate comfort, like holding a flame that burns only you. Then one night, it stopped. No warning, no fading, just silence. The absent hit harder than he expected. His ears rang with it. He searched for the hum in the air, in the walls, in his own chest. Nothing. The quiet was absolute, merciless. He tried humming it himself, recreating the notes, but it sounded wrong. Hollow, empty, like a voice imitating a heartbeat that wasn't there. That's when the panic came. He realized the song had been keeping him alive, tethering him to something invisible but essential. Without it, the world felt flattened, drained of color and weight. He couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. The silence filled his head until it roared. He smashed the glass, just to hear the sound. It wasn't enough. He played music, shouted, ran the tap, turned on every device he owned. Still nothing. The hum didn't return. Eventually, he sat back on his bed, surrounded by noise, exhausted and shaking. In that chaos, he understood. The song hadn't disappeared. It had simply moved deeper, somewhere unreachable. He pressed a hand to his chest, trying to feel it. Nothing. But in that nothing, a faint thought surfaced. What if the song hadn't been calling to him, but for him? What if it wasn't something he'd heard, but something that had been trying to hear him? He didn't sleep that night, nor the next. And when he finally did, he dreamed of a dark room, No halls, no sky, no sound. Only a faint vibration beneath his ribs, like a heartbeat waiting to remember its tune. He woke with tears he didn't remember crying. The silence felt heavier now, like a body lying beside him. And though he couldn't hear it anymore, he found himself whispering to the air, softly, faithfully, as if the song were still listening.